Hare Krishna, today is 13th September 2023. Welcome all of you for the all auspicious Bhagavatam class. Today we are going to discuss the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sometime back I was doing this Chaitanya Charitamrita pastimes. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is visiting to South India. That portion I was doing due to so many other programs and Janmashtami, it got postponed. The time has come to resume all this. So thank you very much. We will start our session without much waiting. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Sakshmurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Tapatakamulam Sri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sankrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Cham Shakan Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostume Saptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shubhan Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhesya Kripa Sindhubhya Yevacha Patitanam Papanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So in the previous, we have discussed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After Sri Rangam, down the map, he came up the map and he visited Sringeri also in Karnataka. Then after that, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited Udupi also. This is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, 9th chapter, verse number 245 to 278. So around 33 verses they are describing. This is nothing but a kind of a reading session. In between, I can also share my realization, whatever I have heard from the senior Vaishnavas and other acharyas. I hereby share the screen so you can also see the text. Text 245 from the 9th chapter of Madhya Leela of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Madhvacharyasthane yailayanha tatvavadhi Udupi Krishna deki tahan haila premonmadi. Since we belong to Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, we should also know our acharyas. So Sri Madhvacharya is a wonderful acharya, and he had a wonderful pastimes. And today we are going to have, this is actually 33 verses. Maybe I can keep on reading. We can also have various pastimes in between. And now today, Srila Prabhupada has given in the purport just brief about Sri Madhvacharya that we are going to, I will just read it out. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu next arrived at Udupi, the place of Madhvacharya, where the philosophers known as Tattvavadis resided. There he saw the deity of Lord Krishna and became mad with ecstasy. As you know, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, wherever he went, like even Sakshi Gopala, Ranganath temple or Guruvayur temple, Wherever he went, he had the darshan of the deities, and he had ecstatic feelings. Seeing these feelings, so many people they stuck with wonder. Now the same thing happened here in Udupi also, the place of Sri Madhvacharya. And now Srila Prabhupada in the purport, he gave a lot of information about Sri Madhvacharya. Sripad Madhvacharya took his birth near Udupi, which is situated in the South Kannada district of South India, just west of Sahyadri. This is the chief city of the South Kannada province and is near the city of Mangalore, which is situated to the south of Udupi. Near the city of Udupi is a place called Pajaka Kshetra, where Madhvacharya took his birth in a Sivalli Brahmana dynasty as the son of Madhyageha Bhatta in the year 1040 Shakabda, AD 1118. According to some, he was born in a year 1160 Shakabda, AD 1238. In his childhood, Madhvacharya was known as Vasudeva, and there are some wonderful stories surrounding him. It is said that once, when his father had piled up many debts, Madhvacharya converted tamarind seeds into actual coins to pay them off. Here we can understand that he has done some mystic power also. When he was 5 years old, he was offered the sacred thread. A demon named Maniman lived near his abode in the form of a snake. And at the age of 5, Madhvacharya killed the snake with the toe of his left foot. When his mother was very much disturbed, he would appear before her in one jump. So we can understand how powerful and how strong Sripad Madhvacharya was. He was a great scholar even in childhood, and although his father did not agree, he accepted sannyasa at the age of 12. Wonderful. He's, so he did not want anybody's permission, simply he accepted the sannyasa order. Normally, uh, once attain the age of 18 or 21 only, it is given. But Madhvacharya is so powerful and he was an empowered personality. At the age of 12, he got the sannyasa order. Upon receiving sannyasa from Achyuta Preksha, he received the name of Purna Pragnatirtha. After traveling all over India, he finally discussed the scriptures with Vidyashankara, the exalted leader of Sringeri Mata. Vidyashankara was actually diminished in the presence of Madhvacharya. So here we can understand that at the age of very small, Madhvacharya defeated this Vidyashankara, who is actually leader of the Sringeri Mata. So as you know, they are Shaivites, but Madhvacharya is a Pakha Vaishnava. Accompanied by Satyatirtha, Madhvacharya went to Badrikashrama. It was there that he met Vyasdeva and explained his commentary on the Bhagavad Gita before him. Thus, he became a great scholar by studying before Vyasadeva. So he got the blessings of Vyasdeva as like Monday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all these 4 days we have been discussing the Srimad Bhagavatam, the compiled by Srila Vyasadeva. And here we have the information that Sri Madhvacharya he traveled from Karnataka to Badrikashrama. There he met Srila Vasudev. He had a face-to-face interview, face-to-face conversation, and he explained his commentary also. And in this way, Vasudeva blessed Madhvacharya. In this way, our sampradaya is coming down. So we should understand that it is not somebody is concocted a philosophy or something. It has got a parampara. So by the name he came to by the time he came to the Ananda Mata from Badarikashrama, Madhvacharya had finished his commentary on Bhagavad Gita. See, lot of time, in the travel itself, he utilized it. His companion Satyatirtha wrote down the entire commentary. When Madhvacharya returned from Badarikashrama, he went to Ganjama, which is on the bank of the river Godavari. There he met two learned scholars named Shobhana Bhatta and Swami Sastri. Later, these scholars became known in the disciplic succession of Madhvacharya as Padmanabha Tirtha and Narahari Tirtha. When he returned to Udupi, he would sometimes bathe in the ocean. On such an occasion, he composed a prayer in 5 chapters. Oh, even while taking bath also he composed. And during his travel also, he made a commentary on Bhagavad Gita. So very wonderful Acharya. Once while sitting beside the sea engrossed in the meditation upon Lord Sri Krishna, he saw that a large boat containing goods for Dwaraka was in danger. He gave some signs by which the boat could approach the shore and it was saved. The owners of the boat wanted to give him a present, and at the time Madhvacharya agreed to take some Gopi Chandana. He received a big lump of Gopi Chandana, and as it was being brought to him, it broke apart and revealed a large deity of Krishna. The deity had a stick in one hand and a lump of food in the other. As soon as Madhvacharya received the deity of Krishna in this way, he composed a prayer. See, Madhvacharya is in a very prayerful mood, and whenever and wherever he gets the mood, immediately starts composing the prayers. The deity was so heavy that not even 30 people could lift it. Yet Madhvacharya personally brought this deity to Udupi. 8 of Madhvacharya's sannyasa disciples became directors of his 8 monasteries. Worship of the Lord Krishna deity is still going on at Udupi according to the plans Madhvacharya established. Madhvacharya then for the second time visited Badrikashrama. Yeah, so this is the second time he is visiting to meet Srila Vasudev. He was passing through Maharashtra. The local king was digging a big lake for the public benefit. As Madhvacharya passed through that area with his disciples, he was also obliged to help in excavation. After some time, when Madhvacharya visited the king, he engaged the king in that work and departed with his disciples. Often in the province of Ganga Pradesha, there were fights between Hindus and Muslims. The Hindus were on the bank of the river and the Muslims on the other. Due to the community tension, no boat was available for crossing the river. The Muslim soldiers were always stopping passengers on the other side, but Madhvacharya did not care for these soldiers. He crossed the river anyway, and when he met the soldiers on the other side, he was brought before the king. The Muslim king was so pleased with him that he wanted to give him a kingdom and some money, but Madhvacharya refused. While walking on the road, he was attacked by some dacoits, but by his bodily strength, he killed them all. When his companion Satyatirtha was attacked by a tiger, Madhvacharya separated them by virtue of his great strength. When he met Vyasadeva, he received from him the Shaligram Shila known as Ashtamurti. After this, he summarized the Mahabharata. So, first time when he met Vyasadeva, he had been blessed and Bhagavad Gita commentary happened. Second time when he met Srila Vasudeva at Badrikashrama, Sripada Madhvacharya, he received a great Saligram Shila. And this is known as Ashtamurti of Lord Vishnu. And now it has time for Madhvacharya to summarize Mahabharata. In this way, Sripad Madhvacharya had blessings and full conviction in Vaishnavism. Madhvacharya devotion to the Lord and his erudite scholarship became known throughout India. Consequently, the owners of the Sringeri Mata, established by Shankaracharya, became a little perturbed. As you know, when Vaishnava Acharyas they rise and they dominate and they become more powerful, the other party, Shankaracharya people, they might be disturbed. At the time, the followers of Shankaracharya were afraid of Madhvacharya's rising power and they began to tease Madhvacharya's disciples in many ways. There was even an attempt to prove that the disciplic section of Madhvacharya was not in line with the Vedic principles. A person named Pundari Kapuri, a follower of the Mayavada philosophy of Shankaracharya, came before Madhvacharya to discuss the Shastras. It is said that all of Madhvacharya books were taken away, but later they were found with the help of King Jayasimha, ruler of Kumula. In discussion, Pundarika Puri was defeated by Madhvacharya. You see, Vaishnava Acharyas so powerful. They have defeated this Mayavada person by name Pundarik Puri. A great personality named Trivikramacharya, who was a resident of Vishnu Mangala, became Madhvacharya's disciple. And his son later became Narayanacharya, the composer of Sri Madhva Vijaya. After the death of Trivikramacharya, the younger brother of Narayanacharya took sannyasa and later became known as Vishnu Tirtha. So in this Madhva Vijaya, an exclusive description is given on Madhvacharya's pastimes. So it was repeated that there was no limit to the bodily strength of Purna Prajna, Madhvacharya. There was a person named Kadanjari, who was famed for possessing the strength of 30 men. Madhvacharya placed the big toe of his foot upon the ground and asked the men to separate it from the ground. But the great strong man could not do so even after great effort. Sri Madhvacharya passed from this material world at the age of 80 while writing a commentary on the Aitareya Upanishad. For further information about Madhvacharya, one should read Madhva Vijaya by Narayanacharya. The Acharyas of the Madhva Sampradaya established Udupi as the chief center, and the monastery there was known as Uttara Radhi Matha. A list of the different centers of the Madhva Sampradaya can be found at Udupi, and their Matha commanders are, these are all the various commanders, Vishnu Tirtha, Janardhan Tirtha, like that. There are 45 Tirthas are there. These are the names suffixed by the Madhva Acharyas. After the 16th Acharya, Vidya Dhiraja Tirtha, there was another display succession including Rajendra Tirtha, Vijaya Dhwaja, Purushottama, Subramanya, and Vyasaraya. The 19th Acharya, Ramchandra Tirtha, had another disciplic succession, including Vibhudendra, Jetamitra, Raghunandana, Surendra, Vijayendra, Sudhindra, and Raghavendra Tirtha. So we might be astonishing, who are all these people? And why should we know about all them means? Yeah, this is not just Madhvacharya is giving this wonderful philosophy for us, but there is a great disciplic succession starting from Krishna to Brahma to Narada to Vyasa to Madhvacharya. In this way, this disciplic succession has been descended. So we need to know at least the names of these acharyas. Now Srila Prabhupada says, to date in the Udupi monastery, there are another 14 Madhvatirtha sannyasis. As stated, Udupi is situated beside the sea in South Canara, about 36 miles north of Bangalore. Most of the information in this purport is available from the South Kannada Manual and the Bombay Gazette. Srila Prabhupada has given the source of this information. Now we will enter into the text 246. So before that, Srila Madhvacharya ki jai. So in this 246, what happened to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after visiting Udupi? Nataka Gopala deke Parama Mohane Madhvacharya Swapna Diya Yailatandra Sthane. While at the Udupi monastery, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw dancing Gopala, a most beautiful deity. This deity appeared to Madhvacharya in a dream. As you know, the Lord is so wonderful, and he usually appears in the dreams of pure devotees, and he expresses his desire, what is to be done, and he also gives various services. Similarly, Madhvacharya also in his dream, he got this dancing Gopala. So text 247. Gopi Chandana Tale Achila Diga Dingate Madhvacharya Sai Krishna Paila Onamate. Madhvacharya had somehow or the other acquired the deity of Krishna from a heap of Gopi Chandana that had been transported in a boat. 248. Madhvacharya Hanitandre Karilastapana Adhyavadi Sevakare Tattvavadi Gana. Madhvacharya brought this dancing Gopala deity to Udupi and installed him in the temple. Today, the followers of Madhvacharya, known as Tattvavadis, worship this deity. 249. Krishnamurti Deki Prabhu Mahashuka Paila Prema Veshe Bahu Krishna Nritya Gita Kaila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu received great pleasure in seeing this beautiful form of Gopala. For a long time, he danced and chanted in an ecstatic love. This is the symptom of a pure devotee. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself, but here he was exhibiting the symptoms of a pure devotee. It's like a Ashtasatvika Vikar, and only a pure devotee can able to do this. Now, what happened we will see in 250. Tattvavadi Gana Prabhu ke Mayavadi Jnane Pratama Darshane Prabhu ke Na Kaila Sambhashane. Now, these Tattvavadis who are located in Udupi, they also saw Mahaprabhu, but they thought, he was a Mayavadi. That is what he is mentioned here. When the Tattvavadi Vaishnavas first saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they considered him a Mayavadi sannyasi. Therefore, they did not talk to him. Yeah, so we need to keep away ourselves from these Mayavadis. So it is mentioned in the Sanskrit as well as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that Mayavada Bhasha Shunile Hai Sarvanash. That's why we should not hear from Mayavadis. Text 251. पाचे प्रेम वेश देके हरिला चमत्कार वैष्णव ज्ञाने बहुत करीला सत्कार. Later, after seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in ecstatic love, they were struck with wonder. Then, considering him a Vaishnava, they gave him a nice reception. So, at the beginning, they mistook him as a Mayavadi sannyasi. Later, seeing his beautiful form and his ecstatic dancing and singing the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and they were all got stuck with wonder. And they realized that he was a great Vaishnava. Then they gave him a red carpet and a nice reception. Later, what happens? Text 252. Vaishnavata sabara antare garva jane ishat hashiya kichu kahe gauramani. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could understand that Tattvavadis were very proud of their Vaishnavism. He therefore smiled and began to speak to them. Yeah. Now Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood the mood of Tattvavadis because these Tattvavadis, they are very proud about their Vaishnavism, thinking that they are the only greatest persons or greatest Vaishnavas, and nobody can be greater than them. In this way, they are so proud of their Vaishnava cult. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to teach them a lesson. Now, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu approaches, as you know, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has already done a lot of lessons for the Mayavadis like Sarvam Bhattacharya, Prakashananda Saraswati, and various other people who came across him. Now in text 53, it happens, Tan Sabara Antare Garvajani Gaurachandra, Tan Shaba Sange Gosti Karila Aramba. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu starts explaining with wonderful philosophy. Now let us see how the conversation happens between these Tattvavadis and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Considering them very proud, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began his discussion. Text 254. Tattvavadi Acharya Sabha Sastreta Pravina Tandre Prashna Kaila Prabhuhana Yenadina. The chief Acharya of the Tattvavadi community was very learned in the revealed scriptures. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu humbly questioned him. Now Mahaprabhu, he just wanted to know what is there in their mind. And basing on that, Mahaprabhu gave a treatment. And Mahaprabhu is nothing but a spiritual doctor. Now, doctor, before actually he treats the patients, doctor asks lots of questions like, if you have a headache, where it is coming from, when it starts, where is the pain, like that various questions are being asked. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he just started questioning them to know in deep about their mood and about their view of Vaishnavism. Text 255. Sadhya sadhana ami najani bhalamate. Sadhya sadhana shrestha janaha amate. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I do not know very well the aim of life and how to achieve it. Please tell me of the best ideal for humanity and how to attain it. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, posing himself as a very innocent person, he just asked a question. And before that, he also revealed himself that he does not know very well about the aim of the life. Now he is asking, please tell me the best ideal for humanity and what is the goal of humanity and how to attain it. These two questions are asked. Question number one is best deal for humanity or goal of the life or aim of the life. Question two is how to attain it. These are the questions asked by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, let us see how these Tattvavadis reply. Text 256. Acharya kahe varnashrama dharma krishne samarpana yehaya krishna bhaktera shrestha sadhana. This is their statement. What is that? The Acharya replied, when the activities of the four castes and the four ashramas are dedicated to Krishna, they constitute the best means whereby one can attain the highest goal of life. So in this way, they are quoting Varnashrama Dharma. And their viewpoint is Varnashrama Dharma has to be offered to Krishna, and this is the most meaningful of life, and this is the goal of life. That is their way of thinking. Now, Panchavidhi Muktipana Vaikunte Gamana Sadhya Srishta Haya Yai Sastra Nirupana. When one dedicates the duties of Varnashrama Dharma to Krishna, he is eligible for 5 kinds of liberation. Thus, he is transferred to the spiritual world in Vaikunta. This is the highest goal of life and the verdict of all scriptures. Okay? So, in this way, the Tattvavadis replied to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and thinking that they were the greatest scholars and learned pandits in Vaishnavism. Now I stop here. Maybe in my next session we can do part 2. How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied to these Tattvavadis and taught them a great lesson. Thank you very much. Andara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Sri Chaitanya Charitamritaam ki Jai. Hare Krishna.